Hello nerds of this earth and welcome to a review of a keyboard. I've not found a review for this keyboard, so when I bought it I thought, let's make a video out of it and see what it's like in a few days after I've used it. And I would say it's very good. It's by Element Gaming, which I think, if it's not just a UK brand, then it's only sold in the UK. I don't know, it's on eBay, but I haven't found... I don't think I found this specific keyboard on Amazon. And it's got the UK layout, aka a decent sized enter key. It's also RGB, as you can see, and yes, it's talk about the build quality. Very nice. It's made out of, the side here is made out of plastic, and it's the top here and presumably the bottom's made out of plastic, but this top bit here is made out of metal, so it doesn't bend. It's a very sturdy product. The keys, this is specifically the red version, as you can see there, with the red keycaps. I thought I'd do this in a dim light because you can see the RGB better. And yes, it's red keys, so they have no tactile feedback when you press on them. So you sort of press halfway down and then the key registers. Unlike with even my old keyboard, as shown here, there, which is a bit difficult to see considering there's no light whatsoever, but that's just a membrane keyboard, but you know, you can actually feel when it gets registered, unlike with this keyboard. However, once you've got used to it after a couple of days of using it, or spending like 8 hours Christmas Eve playing Minecraft or whatever, you get used to it, and it's quite a nice feeling keyboard. All the keys are made out of a nice high quality plastic, made out of, I think it's like dual molded or something. It's made out of 2 pieces of plastic, so they're not going to wear down as quickly as, say, a mechanical keyboard. And I'll edit in an image of like a bit of wear on like the W key of my old keyboard, whereas the corner is clear because that's the colour of the keyboard. It's shat itself. Stay. Okay. And yeah, let's talk about the RGB. It's quite nice. You can change the colours by pressing function. Well, no, you can change the pattern by pressing function F9. So here there's just each key is pulsing a different colour. You can also change it by pressing function and then the down arrow key to change it from multicolor to... Okay, well, in this is a bit weird. This is the only type of thing where this actually happens, where it stays, where it just changes the color, but it doesn't in a way. Kind of strange. So here it's blipping between different colors, and then that's only white, although it has a slight purple look to it, so I think it's supposed to be white. And then only light blue, purple, yellow, blue, green, red's the last one. F9, you've got just everything is one of the colours except for white. I'm pretty sure that's all the colours though. Oh yeah, you do get white with numlock as well as caps lock, scroll lock as well, and the Windows key for some reason. When you change the colour, it... Okay, not white, something isn't white. Okay, when you change the... I don't know, it for some reason, when you like turn the keyboard on and times like that, numlock, scroll lock and caps lock flash white, which is understandable because they're buttons that activate with these lights, but also the Windows key does, and I'm not quite sure why. It's a bit odd, but we'll go with it. So this is it just going across, and you know, as with all the others, you can change the colour, and yeah, and there's a bit of lag sometimes, which I like. I think it's quite fun because it's like computers, and then you got this. Turn that off. There you go. So go here. It's pulsing between different colours. Pretty sure. Yeah, some you can't change the colours because in this case it's pulsing between different colours. This is sort of a... I don't know. Would it be called breathing? I don't know. It's sort of pulsing from one colour to another. Again, you can change it because that's... Yeah, it's just going to pulse from one colour to the same colour, and then this is all the colours. And it's like, wee. And then, yeah, see, that was the thing as well. So, yeah, it's a bit strange, but yeah. Then you've got that's not moving, so that's just sort of... Why is that sort of a turquoise when all the other... There's a couple of small oddities. Also, when you turn the brightness down, because there is a brightness, although the brightness seems to make very little difference. A bit more in the dark, but yeah. When you're on, like, the lowest brightness... Where's caps lock and... Why are those... Oh, because it's white, I suppose. Yeah, sometimes... Sometimes these two flicker. I'm not quite sure why. I'm assuming maybe it got hit on the side and transit or something. Not quite sure, but yeah, sometimes they flicker. It's not doing that now. Thank you for that monitor, keyboard, whatever it's called. Then you've got this version, which you press a key and it makes a pulse. It's quite nice. And then you've got... I pressed Alt, and I'll explain why there wasn't any difference. Then this mode, which just you press a key and it stays the same colour. So, oh, it's red. Then creates beam, as shown here, and then wavy. It's quite nice. Change that. Also, left and right sometimes changes a couple of things as well. Not in this case. I don't think in this case either. And again, you can change the colours. Yeah, so I think in this case, yeah, you can change where it sort of moves if you want to go in left like this or right like this using left or right keys. And then that can just sort of be on any coloration as well. And then this was the mode I think I started on, and then you can change this as well. But the direction seems to be different, because I sort of focus on it moving like that, although if you go to a different colour, there's two black lines moving. And then you can press left, and they go that way, or right, and they go the other way. But with multicolour mode, it's sort of just, I just see like a thing going this way, rather than anything on the other side going the other direction. Which is a bit strange, and then you can lower the brightness. That's the... What is that button called? It's like right click, but for your keyboard. I don't know. Oh yeah, see, it's flickering there. Not quite sure why that's happening. But that is a thing. I think that's all the... Yeah, that's everything. So, yeah, that's all the RGB. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, this also comes with a... you can't see, I'll just move it forwards a bit. Into the light of the monitor. You can see it comes with quite a big armrest. And the wrist rest is 7 centimeters, or about 3 inches in length from here to here. Yes. What else? It's full keyboard size. All the keys work. If there's any issue with the keyboard, other than these two keys flickering for some reason, then I will post a comment saying, "Oh, a year later, the W LED broke," or something. That'll happen also. I like the reflection on my shiny wooden desk. It's quite nice. What else? Is there anything else? Yeah, keeps it nice to press. It felt a bit odd, not odd, off the first couple of days I used it when I was typing, and I was, you know, like, if I typed something with an O, for example, I'd press O a couple of times. It's just a random character I chose. Any key, it would sometimes be pressed twice, because I wasn't used to the keyboard, but now I'm used to it, I can type fine. Yeah, there being a lack of any tactile feedback is a bit... Yeah, it's not too great. I mean, I've got used to it, and typing with it's fine now. Sometimes I press shift, press caps lock instead of shift, because that's... I don't know, sort of my hand sort of just slides up a bit, I suppose. Sometimes I try and press some F keys, and I press the number keys, or the number keys, and press the F keys. There's something about it that doesn't feel, like... I don't know, just sort of... Like the other keyboard, I didn't really do that with. I'm not quite sure why. It's probably just a mental thing. It's funny, maybe I've just not got used to it. Also, other keys are slightly convex, except the spacebar, which is a lot more concave. And as a feel, it feels a bit weirder. But it would, I'm guessing, increase the response time with the switches, because you're not pressing down for another, like, half second. I was thinking about getting brown key switch keyboard, but due to the fact I'd have to pay import taxes from America, which would raise the price quite a lot, or buy it from eBuyer for like £70 to £100, bit out of my price range. I was thinking about swapping this out for the blue key switch version, which I'm guessing would be a lot louder. But no, now I've got used to it. I quite like it. Also, there's a sort of a, I don't know, sort of a vibration sort of sound. I don't know. I'll just put the. You can hear sort of a echo or sort of a metallic ring after you've pressed the key. So it's not really an issue if I'm wearing headphones. I don't think I can hear it at all. And I'd say it's a great keyboard if you want to if you live in the UK, I suppose, because I don't think it's in America. And you want a £50 keyboard, or 55 if you include the plastic armrest. Handrest. Put your handrest. Put your wrist rest. That's the one, because you put your wrist on it. There we go. Yeah, so if you want that, then you can pay an extra £3, actually. I think it's 54. Was it 54.99? And then the normal keyboard itself is just 51. So yeah, and it comes with the keyboard. And I tried to, comes with the key thing. And I tried to remove the, you can't see that. Try to remove the panel after I attached it to think, what would it be like if I removed it? And it's not easily removable. Also, it has a key remover thingy, which works fine as a thing. It's nothing wrong with it. And it also has leg rest thing. Leg rest? No, that's what you have on a chair. Keyboard legs, whatever they're called. The thing at the back that props it up rather than having it just flat. I mean, this isn't flat, I've raised it up. Actually, it is flat, but it's just like, yeah, basically it has them. Also, N key rollover. And I managed to type all of this while holding down those specific keys. I typed all of that, which it's quite a lot there. So all in all, I'd say this is a great keyboard. Also has command buttons, which multimedia keys, or would these be classed as multimedia keys? Because you can increase and lower volume and stuff with the F keys. I don't know. It's them. So yeah, and I don't know if you can get third-party RGB tools. I assume you probably could do. Although I do remember hearing recently about them being easily hacked by people, so maybe not. So yeah, in conclusion, we'll go with that. Oh yeah, also the LEDs there are quite dim. As with my old keyboard, it just shone a bright blue light because it was only blue. LEDs as my old keyboard shone a bright blue light into my eye every time one of those was on. It wasn't bright enough to be disruptive, but like if I for Discord, you would have heard that actually. I have scroll lock bound to mute because I thought, okay, well if I'm going to mute myself, I need to remember to unmute myself, and I might not necessarily remember that. So if I have a bright light shining in my eye, that'll help. But it being white, it makes a small difference, but not a huge one, especially if all the lights are pulsing. Let's just scroll through these back to the... That's the wrong one. It'd be good if there was a way to go back, but there isn't. Yeah, I mean, they look a bit different, but generally it's not that easy to see, and then those aren't anywhere near as bright as the as my old keyboard. But yeah, in conclusion, I'd say if you want to game, this is great. If you want to type, it's great. Probably go for the blue switch one instead of the red switches. If you want to do a mixture of the two, really, it's probably best if you find some way to be able to tell which sort of keys you like. I think, stupidly, it's like 16 quid. But it's not really that, I suppose. Mechanical keys are expensive, but like you can get like one of each key on like Amazon for £16, like a pack of them. You can press them down and be like, oh yeah, this is quite nice, but this is also quite nice, but this is also quite nice. Yeah, so it's kind of, yeah, it's basically, all in all, I've got 50 seconds left of recording, so I'm going to say I recommend this keyboard. Maybe go for the blue one if you prefer that, or go with a different one if you want something that isn't red or blue switches. I was going to go brown, but due to the difficulty of getting one in the UK and a sort of £50 below sort of price, I went with these red key switches, and it's fully LED and it kind of looks quite nice. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye. Also, if you're interested in hearing more of my voice for some reason, I have nigh on 900 videos on YouTube, so maybe watch a couple of them. Probably more of the newer ones rather than the older ones. But anyway, goodbye!